such drama, such trauma as missiles rain down on us. UAVs, cruise missiles, hypersonic missiles, day and night, running to and from bomb shelters. Us soldiers don't always have bomb shelters. But look what's going on. This thing is really, really reaching a new level. President Trump has ordered the National Security Council, NSC, to go to the Situation Room because he says he's got this really, really big announcement. That's why he left the G7 in Canada. And they said something big is going down. I'm hoping it'll be the speeding up to completion of this war, of this lion rising defense strike against their nuclear program. And we just can't, our 30,000 pound bombs can't reach that low. And so United States CENTCOM, that's the Central Command, has ordered a stark warning to us saying Iran's about to launch a large scale, unprecedented level attack on Israel. I mean, that is some scary stuff. They said it's the biggest yet, and it could really lead to a regional fallout. I saw what really is kind of worrying is Chinese embassy in Israel has urgently called on all the Chinese nationals to leave the country immediately, urging them to go on the border crossings to Jordan, to Egypt, get out now. What is going to happen? And in Gaza, of course, we're taking out the terror infrastructures that we're not stopping. This is really a 7-front war, including Iran. And really, Iran has failed because you think when they shoot missiles at us, missiles after missiles after missiles, and now they want to make them nuclear missiles, and we say, no, we're not going to allow that. They gave missiles to their proxies, Hezbollah, they gave their proxies in Hamas, in Syria, in Yemen, and they say that they're going to have this chemical weapon or this nuclear weapon that's going to be the doomsday weapon. But little by little, all of the proxies are collapsing. And so I'm telling you what, even right now, missiles are raining down even right now. You know what? They can't destroy our Air Force, our power grids, our strategic facilities. They can't do it. And so they have to be able to, they have to go with a plane or actually drive here and plant bombs big enough to take out our operations. You know, in Iran itself, we're realizing we have to have stronger firepower to take out their deep operation with a 30,000 pound bomb. We can't even lift those, right? So there's no way for us to do that, but America's going to help us, we believe. And, you know, there's really a lot of missiles that they have still. I think it's 2,000 they have still. But we're taking out their launchers. So without their launchers, they're not going to be able to continue that. Without their proxies active, we're giving the threshing sledge treatment. You know, when you take the seeds out of the wheat kernel with a threshing sledge. And so it's an ancient biblical term. And we're doing that in Yemen, in southern Lebanon, in Gaza. And so their plans will have all failed. And when people realize they can't just send out this propaganda lies, their propaganda lies, they're the ones with the nuclear weapon trying to destroy the only democracy in the Middle East. And it's collapsing. Even their lies are collapsing, right? So we're in a war between armies, and we're realizing that their product is inferior. What is people want is freedom. They don't want a regime that shoots women in broad daylight just because they have their hair down. They don't want a jihad future of terror. They don't want this Hitler type dictatorship. No, it's not good. And so what I'm realizing is that we got to have more active, proactive defense. We can't always be reacting. We can't do that. We've got to have more proactive defense. And so that's why we're taking out their, all the way up to Mashhad. We're taking out their ports. We're taking out their ability. Now, I think they have even submarines to watch out for. They've still got tricks up their sleeve that we got to watch out for. But compared to the ballistic missile, complete air control that Israel has is such a different world. It's a different world than just their ballistic missiles that they're shooting on us. Okay, so here's the thing: is missiles, once you shoot them, that's it. You can't always have a renewable stockpile. You got to be able to understand that we're winning this right now. So that's why Israel's increasing the intensity as best as we can right now. And this is of biblical proportions. This is biblical level. This is nothing short of miraculous, my friends. And so this is what victory, this is what winning looks like, okay? And we're not there yet, but we believe it's just around the corner. It might be another week, might be a little bit more, but it's just around the corner. But I think we all around the world have to now make an informed decision. Where do we stand when the debris settles? Where will we stand? Are we going to stand for a generation of victory for the West, or are we going to be self-defeating in the West? Are we going to stand for democracy, the only democracy in the Middle East, or are we going to still try to do this self-defeating rhetoric? What are we going to choose? You know, in Numbers chapter 24, we have this oracle of Balaam, where he's saying, you know, God brought Israel out of Egypt, and they devour the hostile nations, break them in pieces, it talks about. And it says, blessed are those who bless you, cursed are those who curse you. And so you have this prophet, and he knows what's up. He knows that God is going to back Israel. And you look around and people say we're the colonizers. Okay, this is our ancient homeland, first of all. And second of all, how many countries around us in the how many millions and millions and millions and millions of people? Is it 400 million or so, almost million people around us? We're small, 9 million people, including the Arabs. How many of those countries speak Hebrew? None. Okay, we're not the colonizers. We are returning to our indigenous homeland, and we will dwell in peace. Friends, stand with Israel today. Share this post.